And I'm back with another one. Y'all already know what's going on. It's your boy Daz, and this my journal. If you new here, like, comment, and subscribe. If you've been rocking with me for a while, I appreciate you. Keep tuning in, and I'm gonna keep giving you game that I've been learning on a daily basis. So today we on day 3 of the 30-day semen retention challenge. And what I want to talk about today is how to use your energy wisely while you on semen retention. Right? When you release, you depleting your creative energy. Cause they say semen is your creative energy. Simplest terms, when you have sex with a girl and you release in her, you're creating a baby. So that's why they say it's your creative energy, and it creates life basically, right? So when you release, you depleting your creative energy. And when I say creative energy, I don't mean like it could be art too. It can affect your art and things of that nature too. But I don't mean creating in a 3D world. What I mean by is like creating the life that you want to live. Create the life that you want to live. And how you create that is by having the energy to produce the life that you want to live. Because obviously, if you want to create the life that you want to live, you got to take certain actions, right? But if we keep depleting ourselves of our creative energy, we ain't sending no energy out to the world or to the universe or to God to let him know that I'm ready to live, or I want to live like this, or I want to live like that. Get clear on what you want. Get clear on what you want out of life. Because I heard this saying, right? A man that's not promiscuous, because I don't want to call it promiscuous. A man that can't control his lust usually don't have a goal in life, or don't have no singular focus. And I realized to be real kind of true. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, if you focused and clear on what you want in life, and you know that something is holding you back, you're gonna remove it. You're going to remove it, because a person that has the will to get what they want out of life has the will to remove anything that's holding them back from what they want also. And I'm not saying that that's what the quote mean, because in reality, what I think it really means is like when you so focused on your goals, you're not focused on on girls. You're not focused on what's the next box you could get. You focused on how can I get closer to my dreams. So I say all that to say this: use the energy while you on semen retention to create the life that you want to live. Get focused on what you want out of life, and let the creative energy guide you there. Like, while you on semen retention, if you want to say, for instance, right, you want to grow your music career, or I don't even want to talk from my perspective. I want to talk from like random, right? Say for instance, you got a business and you want to grow your business, or you want to start a business, and you say, you know what, I've been on semen retention for the last 4 days, and I want to start my business, and that's gonna be my main focus. Within the next 28 or 25 days, you're gonna see how much effort, time, and like how much further you got along with that business, just because you put your focus on it. You put your focus on it, and now that you've been saving up your creative energy, that you've been saving up your energy, period. Because when you release, you draining energy. It's draining nutrients and things like that from your body. So you draining energy. That's why you feel. That's why, like, us as men, after we release, we want to go right to sleep. So you draining your energy. So when you focused on something and you got the energy to pursue what you focused on, you unstoppable. But you gotta be focused, because once that focus slip, and that's another thing too. Like, our brain love, like, they call it the monkey brain, where it jump from thing to thing. But I'm learning when you become more conscious of what you think about, like, be more aware of what you're thinking about. So like, if you see your brain, right, or you start thinking negative. You start going down a negative path of thinking. You gotta catch yourself sometimes and be like, yo, whoa. What am I doing right now? I'm not doing that. I told myself I'm doing 30 days, I'm doing 30 days. And I'm focused on this, I'm focused on that. Because a lot of times, you gotta just remind yourself. You gotta remind yourself. Because I feel like it's like the old energy just trying to creep back in. But then you gotta like, basically not put up a wall, because it's gonna keep trying to come back. But you gotta just have a strong, you gotta stand on your foundation that, you know what, I said that I'm doing this, and I am going to do it. I am going to do it. And now that you have the energy building up, you're gonna want to put you focusing that energy somewhere. So that's why it's like, people say that when they on semen retention, it's easier to manifest and it's easier to create things. It's cause they focused on something. They not depleting their energy. They're not getting rid of their energy. They putting all their energy towards something. And every time you put your energy towards something and you focus on something, you're not focusing on the negative, or you're not focused on things that can mess it up. And especially when you build that energy, because when you want semen retention, you building the momentum of trust and grit in yourself. Every time you fight the urge and pull back your energy, you become more aware of like a trigger and things that you're not supposed to do. Like, so like, if you want semen retention right now, right? And you get an urge out of nowhere. You just get this wild urge. You get an urge. Tell yourself, I'm not doing it. Tell yourself, I'm not doing it. Because what that do is it builds momentum. That builds momentum now. Because now when you tell yourself you're not doing it, and you build that, and you show yourself you're not doing it, it's building trust. That's number one. Because why? You're gonna start trusting yourself and be like, all right, I know that I'm gonna do what I say that I'm gonna do. I know I'm gonna do what I say I'm gonna do. Right? And then second is building grit, because now you building the ability to fight through things that's like mentally challenging. And a lot of times in life, 95% of the problems we go through, most of the time, the most challenging problems is mental problems. So you start building that grit, like, all right, I can actually get through this. I can actually get through certain things. A lot of things that affect me, it's all a mental thing. And you start building that momentum. So you start blocking out negative thoughts. It's easier to block out because I feel like lust is one of the most hardest thought to block out. One of the most hardest thought, not to block out, but to like remove yourself from, or remove from your brain, like, or not think about. So when it comes to other things, it's like, all right, if I could deprive myself of some of what, like, of one of the most best pleasures in this world, I'm not gonna let that bother me. I'm not gonna let that bother me. I'm not gonna let this little thing right here bother me at all. So keep building that momentum. Keep building that momentum of catching the negative thoughts and turning it into positive. Catching when you slipping, you going out your, I'm not gonna say it's gonna be every day where you gonna be 100% strong-willed. On them days where it feel like, damn, you really got them urges, watch things that inspire you. Watch things that get you focused back on your goals. Like, for me, for instance, right? Whenever I feel like I'm slacking or whatever, I'll watch old artists. I don't know why. Like, I'll watch, like, artists from the 90s, or I'll just, like, start reading on biographies of people's life. Or if not reading biographies of people's life, I'll watch videos about people's life that's like, that made it, or people that was really artistic. And it would get me back in my bag, because now it would get my grinds gear. It would grind not grind my gears, but get the gears in my mind to work, and then start thinking creatively again, and be like, you know what? I do want this for my life. And that's how I do it. I don't know how you could do it. You probably could put on some music, You probably could watch a movie that inspire you. You probably could read a book that inspire you. Whatever it is that inspires you, go do that. Go do that. Cause why now it builds on the energy of back on your focus. Cause now, and it give you so much more grit. So much more grit. Cause now you know you can fight through the hard days. And you know that what's that saying? This too shall pass. Every time I went on long streaks of semen retention, it was days where it was like, wow, like I can't believe it right now. But then the next day I wake up and be like, I'm glad I didn't release. So this too shall pass. Always remind yourself of that. Whenever you going through like one of them tough days, this too shall pass. This too shall pass. So train your body. Train your mind to like try to catch them thoughts and bring it back to the positive thoughts, to bring it back to what you focused on, bring it back to getting back in your lane, in your zone. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing I learned is the body follow the mind. The body follow the mind. So train your body to trust the positive thoughts. You ever had a time where you thought of yourself like as like bigger than what you are right now? You ever thought of yourself bigger than what you are and your body just like froze up, like it froze up? That's because your body like subconsciously don't trust you, because you don't follow through with what you say you're gonna do. Or whenever you tell your mind that you're gonna do something, you don't do it. So your body don't trust your mind, and that's like you gotta get both of them in sync. You know what I mean? Like if you've been working on yourself for a while, you know what I mean when I say you gotta get your mind and your body in sync. Because if you don't, what's gonna happen is every time you tell yourself like, all right, I want to be rich, your body gonna freeze up, and then you're gonna start, and then right instantly, because you don't have the grit, you don't have the you never trained yourself or not train yourself, fuck it, you never trained yourself to become mentally strong to know that, all right, I get shit done. If I tell myself I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. I know it's gonna be hard days, but through them hard days, that time, I know through them hard days, I'm gonna tell myself, this too shall pass. And your body start like, whenever you start telling yourself good things about yourself, your body start to actually believe it. You start to actually believe it. You start to embody it. And that's what like I feel like embodying is, like getting your mind and your body in sync by like being disciplined and training your body to trust that you gonna do what you say you gonna do, and building the grit to get through them tough days, to know that them tough days ain't gonna tear you down. Word. So every time you focus on releasing, focus on one area in your life that you could change. That if you changed your life. Right? I'm going to say that one more time, because I feel like I ain't say that clearly. Every time you focus on releasing, focus on an area that if you changed, will change your whole life. A lot of time we know the work that we got to do to change. We know the work that we got to do to get better. Especially you. I'm talking for me too. Because I know the work that I got to do to get better, and you know the work that you got to do to get better. So it just be a lot of distractions in this world. And the main distraction be lust. The main distraction be lust. A lot of distraction, it be stress. It be other things too. I'm not going to deduct those, but the main one for me, and if you're watching this right now, it's 9 out of 10 for you too, is lust. And when I say lust, it's like, I'm not saying don't go chasing girls, not even chasing, because chasing sound crazy. Don't go approaching women. Talk to women. Do your thing. But you gotta understand the difference between like knowing that I'm talking to this girl and I'm not going like I'm not in it. I feel like as men, right? We should always keep our sword sharp. And what I mean by that is like knowing how to always speak to women, knowing how to always present ourselves with women, knowing how to be presentable in the light of women, of course, because we are men. And if you're a man, you like women, you of course not want the approval of women, but you would want to be liked by women because eventually you're not gonna be on semen retention the rest of your life. So I'm not telling you don't go talk to women. What I'm telling you is you going to if you focus on yourself and focus on what you can change that can change your life, you're going to give women less power over you. You're going to give women less power over you because one, a lot of things that when you focused on women, I realized when you focus on women, you put women on a pedestal. And we, as us men, we're not supposed to do that. And I'm not saying that in the sense of saying, oh, we supposed to look down on women, we supposed to treat them like shit. No. No. You gotta build yourself up first though. Think about it like this, right? Ask yourself this question, right? Are you the man that you wanna be right now that you see yourself provided for a girl and doing whatever? No, right? So 9 out of 10, when you look at it from that angle, you start thinking like, why do I want a girl? Why do I want a girl? And then you start thinking about it from attachment. It's like more of attachment issues and being attached to somebody and having somebody to be there to be through the pain. When in reality, the only person that can help you get through where you need to be is you. Is you. And if you work on you, everything else that the woman that you want, everything gonna come to you. And that's what I'm learning. So focus on yourself. Focus on yourself. Focus on what can I change that I know if I change this right now could change my life. Pull back your focus from just they call it the woman gaze. The woman gaze where you just like, oh, I'm not. Yes, talk to girls. If you out in public, you see a beautiful woman that you like, even on semen retention, talk to girls. You feel like you see a beautiful girl that you like, oh, you are so beautiful. Get more comfortable doing that. And then you'll start realizing that, yo, because a lot of times when you want semen, like a lot of time when you, especially if like, all right, if you want semen retention and you got a girl, it's different. But if you want semen retention and you was a person that used to fap a lot, I'm speaking from, I used to fap and I used to get girls. So it's like, I'm speaking from like, I could speak from both positions, right? When you fapping, it's cause you wish you had a girl. But you gotta build yourself up. What can you change to change that whole thing? And then now, when you fapping a lot, you start pedestalizing women, putting them on a pedestal instead of putting yourself first. Building yourself in the area that you need to build. Pulling back your focus. Cause I feel like women can feel that too. When you ever notice when you like too on a girl, like you showing them too much attention, they don't like you. But when you really just don't even care, cause you in your own zone, you like, I got some shit to do. I'm like you will see like girls just like trying to get next to you or things of that nature. I feel like they could feel that shit too. So I say all that to say this, right? Skip the cheap pleasure. Remind yourself it's cheap pleasure. I know it feel good in the moment. But skip yourself for the cheap pleasure. Remind yourself that women are not no better than you. They're no better than you. No better than you. There's nothing different about them. The more you talk to them, you start realizing that they're people. They are people. They want to be spoken to. They want to be engaged. They might come off a certain way, but it is what it is. And the more you learn to accept rejection, the more you learn to, I feel like, become a man, because the more you get rejected by women is the more or less you are scared of rejection. And if you're scared of rejection, you're not scared to chase your dreams. It all ties back in together. But I say all that to say this: the more you focus on yourself and the more you want growth for yourself, is the less you're gonna focus on women. And the less that you focus on women is the more they're gonna chase you. The more they're gonna chase you. And the more you focus on yourself, you can figure out what you need to change so you can be better for you. And then focusing on what you want to build in life and what you need to change about yourself to become the person that you see yourself as on semen retention, while you building up energy, while you got the energy to go, you can only win by that. That's all I'm trying to say right there with that. Like, so don't like, stop pedestalizing women, man. Stop pedestalizing women, because that's the reason I feel like we be like, all right, not pedestalizing. It's pedestalizing because you put them up here. But another thing is too, stop putting your worth in how much woman you could get. Stop looking at your worth in oh, how much woman you can sleep with. Know you are who you are. Know you are who you are. Feel comfortable in your own skin. Feel comfortable in your skin. Focus on what you gotta change so you can become better. So now when you become better, they chasing you, player. They chasing you. The bottom line of this whole thing is, because it went a lot of places, and I explained it in a lot of different ways. The bottom line of this whole thing is focus on you. Why, especially on semen retention, if you focus on you, you out of here. So focus on you, you heard? And with that being said, it's your boy Daz, and I'm out of here. Peace.